Hello everybody. Welcome back to another weekly weigh-in. It took me a minute. I almost said daily vlog. Welcome back to another weekly weigh-in. So I don't even know what week this is. 20. I think I'm around 20 days of my new healthy lifestyle, and I have been posting videos every single Saturday on here just to hold myself accountable, to document the process. I am determined that this is the last time I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get healthy and do the dang thing for real this time. I started back in October for the last time and just made up my mind, like, I'm going to stick with this. I'm not going to give up on myself. I need to lose weight for my health, for my future, for my family, for myself. And it has been going really well. That doesn't mean every week has been easy, definitely not. But having you guys to talk to, and so many of you are also on a weight loss journey or a health journey, and we can relate to each other, even if we're not doing the exact same plan. You know, we can be there and support each other, and I am cheering all of you on as well. I'm sorry, my hair is like wet and I feel like I'm a hot mess today, but I blew like half of it dry and I couldn't do anymore. So let's talk about this week. It's been kind of a hard week. I weighed in on Monday, so if you guys want to see more like up-to-date video, like I just post like in my stories on Instagram on Monday, like my weigh-in results and stuff. But you can follow me over there. If not, you can just wait till Saturday and I will post my results over here and we'll kind of do a more like chatty weigh-in results. But yeah, I stepped on the scale on Monday, and you know, like when you are about to weigh in, I don't know, I'm always like this, how you can just kind of tell like how your body feels, like this is gonna be a really good week, I feel lighter, or this is gonna be like not a great week, I feel heavier. Like I can always just feel it. And I kind of felt like maybe I gained weight. I don't know, I just didn't feel light. Sometimes that does betray me, and I'll have had a good week even if I don't feel it, but I just didn't feel it this week. And sure enough, I got on the scale and I stayed exactly the same. Like not a 0.2, not a 0.1 difference, like exactly the same. I'm not gonna lie, that is, you know, not what you want to see. It is discouraging. And I was discouraged for like 30 seconds. And then I realized, like, no, like I have done so good. Like, I don't know, like as soon as you step on the scale and you don't see it move, your first thought is to be like, I worked so hard. Like, what am I doing? Why? I might as well just quit. Like I said, for 30 seconds. Like if I'm working this hard, I'm giving up these foods I like and I'm working on myself and it's not showing up on the scale, well, maybe I should just go back to eating whatever I want. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know if you guys talk to yourself like this, but oh my gosh, you've come so far. It is okay. Your body is, I will tell y'all, I started this in October, November, December, and January. Huge losses, okay? Huge. Like I have lost almost 50 pounds in those months. Just drop every week. And even over the holidays and everything. And then February came, and honestly, it has been a struggle. I have not dropped as much. I'm still down like over 4 pounds, like 4.5 pounds in February, which is still good. I will take it, but it's not like the other months. And I was trying to think, like, why is that? You know, I'm still working really hard. I'm still trying really hard. What could the reasons be that the scale isn't moving as much? And I came up with a few. I don't know if any of them are true. Who knows, you know? First of all, I've lost a lot of weight, you know, and sometimes our bodies just need time to kind of deal with that, you know, and we have to be patient with our bodies. It's not, you know, everybody always says calories in, calories out. I have never found that true. There's so much more that goes into it. If calories in and calories out was the only thing that you had to think about, then you wouldn't have to account for like water weight and period gain and inflammation and all these other things that I think play into our weight loss. The second thing is the scale doesn't show everything. I need to measure. I have gotten on here every single week and told you guys, I'm going to buy a measuring tape and measure again. I measured back in October, the night before I started program, and then promptly lost my measuring tape. I have torn this house apart looking for it. I cannot find it anywhere. And I keep trying to remember to buy one. And every time I'm at the store, I forget to buy one until I'm sitting back down here. But I know like I'm losing inches. I can feel it. I can see it in my clothes. You know, the scale doesn't always show everything. The third thing is I have honestly not been, I've been going through some personal stuff, I guess is the best way to say it. Nothing major, just some personal stress. And stress plays into weight loss a lot, you know, like the cortisol levels and all of that. And going through some health stuff, going through some stress. Again, nothing major, but I definitely think that contributes to this. And then the fourth thing that I think maybe could be playing into it, and honestly, I just thought of it. I'm sorry, I'm kicking the desk. I just thought of it today. And I don't know if this is even valid. I don't even know if this is, I don't know. We're just going to talk about it anyway. I've been hanging out right around, I'm just going to say my weight. I don't normally say my weight on here, but y'all know that I'm getting close to Wonderland. I've been hanging out right around 203. And honestly, I always thought I would feel so excited to get into Wonderland. It just felt like it would be such an accomplishment. And it is. Like I have a reward I want to do for myself when I hit that. Like we're going to celebrate. I'm going to probably cry. It's going to be a big thing. But I also feel scared. I don't know. That seems so stupid. I feel scared of Wonderland. I just feel like it's a big deal and I don't want to let myself down. And I don't want to ever go back to 200. And so crossing that threshold is like a big step of releasing the reasons why I've gained weight over the years and stepping into my rest of my life, I guess. I don't even know if that sounds stupid or not, but I just feel like it's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress and a lot of fear to actually hit that milestone, because then it's like the day I go under 200 pounds, I just feel like it's just going to be a huge milestone, and I'm kind of overthinking it. I know it's just a number on the scale, but y'all, I haven't been under 200 pounds in, how many years has it been? Since way before I met David. I'm skinnier. I'm not gonna say skinny. I'm less overweight than when I met my husband. So I haven't been under 200 pounds. I would say till I was about 20, maybe 19 or 20. And that has been, 17 years. And I've tried for all those years to lose weight. And here I am doing it. But now that I'm getting close to meeting that goal, like I'm a little bit freaked out about it. And that seems so stupid to say out loud. Honestly, I hadn't even thought of it until I was getting a shower this morning and I was just thinking about that number. And I feel like a lot of times we wear our weight as like an emotional baggage. And definitely as someone who has emotionally ate and dealt and like used food as like a comfort, I don't know, like there's something about this month of being like right on the edge that I wonder if like emotionally my body's trying to protect me. I don't know if that sounds stupid, but I don't know. I feel like as I start crying talking about it, that there's something there, and just having to realize in myself that we're just going to keep going forward, even if we're scared. I like Elise Myers on Instagram. I know probably a lot of you guys know who she is, but she talks about just do it scared. She has a lot of anxiety and social anxiety, and I relate to her so much because I always felt like, I know a lot of people do have it, but nobody really talks about it, or they didn't used to. It's becoming a lot more common to talk about. I always thought like something in me was broken because I do have social anxiety. We've talked about this before, like I overthink things, like even making phone calls like stresses me out. And I just overthink it. I overthink and criticize myself a lot. And so she talks about her struggle with that. And one thing that helped her is just realizing you have to do it scared. If you're waiting for yourself to like feel okay about it, or like not be scared, you're never going to do it. And so anytime I have something to do that and so many times like in the Christian faith, we're like, fear is from the enemy, and it is. And we wait for the fear to go away. And but sometimes you just have to take a step of faith, even with fear going on in your heart. If God called you to do something, you just have to do it scared. And so there's been a lot of times over the last year where I would remember that, like, nope, pick up the phone, do the hard thing, do whatever it is, and just do it scared. It's okay. And then usually it's not as bad as you think, and it's okay. Mark's in there playing if you hear him. But I think that I'm just going to have to keep going. When we have weeks where we don't lose. I've had this come up with my clients that I coach where they don't lose anything, and it's super discouraging because you feel like you're working really hard. And I've had 2 weeks out of this month where 1 week I gained 0.2, which to me is basically staying the same. And then this week I stayed the same. And it's discouraging, but you just have to keep going because your failure isn't staying the same and just keeping going. Your failure is when you give up and you're like, forget all of this. It's not worth it. And you give up on yourself. You will never reach your goal. Little by little, we will get there if we just don't give up. Even if, say, you gained 5 pounds, say you had a terrible month and you went off program and you did ate all the things and forgot all of your goals or whatever. Going back and just starting again, that is where the strength is, because if we just give up, we're never going to get there. But even if you have to start over and over and over, as long as you don't give up on yourself, you're going to get there. And I think back over all of my struggles with losing weight, for the last 17 years and all of the different plans that I've tried, it's a lot. And I am really proud of myself that I can sit here and say, though, I never gave up. I always try the next diet. I am going to turn myself into a pig. My phone just started playing a random Instagram reel. It wasn't even on. That was crazy. But, I didn't give up. I kept trying. And that's all we can do. None of us are perfect. None of us have it all figured out. And I knew when I started this, I was going to have ups and downs. And there was going to be weeks that were harder than others. And so I'm kind of in that, hard place where it's like, okay, the scale's been doing this, and now we're kind of like, it's not completely leveled out. I'm still going down, but not as fast. And it's like in those moments, you have a choice of what are you going to do? Are you going to just say, forget it because it's not as fast as you would want? Or are you just going to keep trucking along? And so I'm going to keep trucking along, y'all, and do it scared. And, if it takes me another month to get under 200 pounds, then it does. Like, this isn't a race. I keep having to tell myself that. This is not a race. We will get there. So, David, let's talk about David. Mark has distracted me so much. He's playing this game, and he's acting out with his Paw Patrol. Okay. David has done phenomenal. He just finished his first month. And so I can't believe it. That goes fast. I feel like I was just coming on here telling you he was starting his, first day. And he's just completed his first month. And he has done amazing. He was down another 4 pounds and some change, which puts him at like 23 pounds lost this month. He looks amazing. He's doing fantastic. And he's like my biggest cheerleader. I told him, like, I didn't lose anything. And he was like, it's okay. Like, you look at how much you've lost. And I also think that not only is the getting under 200 pounds, like this mental block in my brain, hitting, when I get under 200 pounds, I will also hit 50 pounds lost. And that is a big, like, milestone in my mind. Like, that is a huge amount of weight. And so, I don't know, it's like playing tricks with me. But I will get there. And we will celebrate no matter when it is. So plans for this week, like I said, I've had some like personal stuff going on, and I want to just lock down on taking care of myself. And I've tried to think of some things I could do to help with that. I tell you guys every week, I struggle with water. So I've determined to keep my water close by me. I alternate between a few different cups, but this is the one my secret sister got me, and I love it so much. So I use it a lot, and just really making myself drink water It's very much a struggle for me. It's been the hardest part of my journey is drinking water, which sounds so stupid, but I honestly hate drinking. Just, I don't know. Like I would drink nothing except coffee if I could, but I know that's not healthy. My body needs fluids. It needs to be hydrated. So I'm going to keep working on that. Also, I heard a statistic today. Are you guys ready for it? I don't know if this is true or not, but it was on YouTube, so it must be true. They said that reading a nonfiction book can reduce up to 90% of stress, which is more than like going for a walk. Not that going for a walk is bad. It's more than like talking to a friend. Like, it's one of the highest things you can do to help your stress. And I was thinking about it. I was like, why is that? That is so weird. And then it hit me. It is because it is very hard to think about anything that's going on personally, going on in your life, stress, when you're focused on somebody else. You're reading somebody else's story. It's like an escape. And it's not the same to watch a movie. My husband is like, I just like movies. I don't like books. I know a lot of people are like that. But movies are over in like 2 hours. You know, when you're absorbed in a book, it is very stressful leaving. It is very like, you can't focus on, you know, what's going on in your life because you're absorbed in a book. So I've really tried to make time for myself to read every day, even if it's 30 minutes, even if it's, you know, right before the kids get home and I have just a couple minutes to pick up a book. I've really been trying to do that, and that has been helping a lot. And it's something great that I can do for myself. And so I've gone through quite many books. I think I just finished 28 books, 27. It's a lot for 2 months. It's more than I've ever read. Like, usually I'm like July or something before I'm hitting this many books. But, you know, and that's just one idea. If you don't like reading, maybe it's something else for you. Maybe it is going for a walk. We've had back to cold and nasty weather. So outside is not really a great option right now, but I know spring is coming and I hope to get back on the bike, do stuff like that. But reading right now has been my favorite thing. Also, getting my environment in order, I think helps with stress. And as a stay-at-home mom, it's so hard because it's like Groundhog Day every day. Sometimes it's like I get up, I make the beds. I'm not trying to complain. I love being a stay-at-home mom. It's my choice. It's what I want to do. But it is like every day you make the beds, you do the dishes, you do this. And it's very easy to think like, if I don't pick up the toys tonight, they'll still be here in the morning, you know? But what I've tried to remember is, even if it doesn't bother anyone else, my mental health, it's really important that I keep my environment clean, organized, and all of that. So I've been working on this week, decluttering a little bit and just trying to take care of myself in that way. So there's just a few ideas to kind of relieve stress if you're facing it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down below, you know, how was your week? If you're on a weight loss journey or if you're just on a health journey, let me know how your week was. We can cheer each other on. I know this time of the year, getting into March now, it's a lot of time where people's New Year's resolutions, that's the word, kind of slip off. You know, the excitement of the New Year's kind of rolling down. And it's hard, you know, sometimes to find the motivation. So let's encourage each other. And, you know, if you're in a kind of a slump, don't wait till next January. Just pick back up where you are. And there's no shame in that. So I love you all so much. Thank you for being here with me today. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Definitely subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you join me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.